Yes, guys. Hope everyone's good. Interesting presser. I turned it off because everyone was talking about Thomas Tuchel. But I got everything, which is great, by the way. But it's the Leeds thing. Ask one question, then move on. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, yeah. Let's talk about Leeds team. We're back. Leeds are playing. The lineup, injuries. Got all the information on the injuries. James and Solomon are back, which is class. Obviously, there's still some players up in the air because they don't know how available they will be to play due to international duty. It's just annoying. But yeah, let's get into the squad. It's probably one of the first times in a few weeks where some questionable positions based on the international break and all that kind of jazz. But this is what I've got based on fitness, and I think it's fairly self-explanatory, to be honest. I will switch them to because they've been playing slightly different. However, they do rotate. But it's good to have, obviously, looking at the injuries now, really, although it is long-term with Guerrero, Van Padu and Vobers ahead of schedule. These two is bad. Again, Kouyaté chat or whoever is in there, definitely 100% the things he said about there are people training, testing their fitness. Mentioned there is more than one, of course, so that'll be interesting to see what happens with that. But it did say if something does happen, it'll come quick. But right now, going into the game, obviously nothing will happen. So, as far as I'm aware, these two are good. Obviously, Rothwell's been training. He's not been away, but Tanaka's come back. It sounds like he should be all right. He'll get a one recovery session before the game, which is a great idea. I'll be honest, I'm seeing people say stuff like, you got to get on with it, and there's no excuses. He is getting on with it. That's what he does every day. That's his job. He's literally getting on with it. But when being asked a question about the situation, he's going to tell his piece. The point of football, as a product, as an entertainment, it's an part of the entertainment industry, right? It's entertainment. That's what you watch it for. It's to entertain yourself, to watch. You want your athletes performing at the best level they are, and you want them available as a manager of a club. You're not the international manager. It doesn't bother you. As a manager at a club, you want your players ready and available at the peak they can be for you every single game. Why would you not? And if you think that a player coming back a day before a game, having one recovery session, is not good enough, then you have the right to complain about it. Why wouldn't you? You want the tools to be the best they can be. Preparation and training is vital in any team. The only annoying thing is, look, yeah, I get it. These are our players and they're good, but that's not the point. The point is we side players who play far away, not in Europe. They're playing the other side of the world. That's the issue. But what can you do? Tell them not to go and stuff like that. That's another thing you can get down, but there's many reasons why players don't go. I don't want to get into that, but that does happen for certain reasons. But yeah, we haven't done that, so we've got to go on with it. People like Tanaka and Aronson, he said, we'll see how fit he is based on the international minutes he's played. It's not ideal, is it, for any coach? And you have to be in that position to understand what that must feel like. When you're trying to prepare for a game and is this guy going to be fit? I don't know. He's got a 14-hour flight and he'll be back tomorrow. Day before the game, yes. Right, what do you do? It's not ideal. As a coach, you want the best tools most available to you in the best form. So it's not. I don't get the excuse and the complaints part. Why would you not want them fully ready? He is getting on with it. It's literally his job. He's doing it every day. But when asked the question, he's going to give his opinion, or he can lie. I prefer him to be honest. But yeah, anyway, this is the lineup for me. There is some questions though on Brendan Aronson. Then you're really asking who can really bring in. Maybe you just go with the Piroe starting in there, who has been scoring, who's been fit. Stuff like that. But I don't think Piroe. I think he's stuck with Piroe in the 9 if he's playing. The question is, though, that could happen. Piroe's done that. We've seen him do that. Depends on Aronson, how fit Aronson is. Piroe or Joseph, this is the question. This is the question here. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. It's a really tough one. It is a tough one. Obviously, Piroe's been at training all week, so he'd have got the full training. He'd have been sharp. He'd have been sharpening himself up already, preparing for the game more. Started and scored the last game. The previous few games has scored goals. Mateo Joseph has been impressive this season, but not with the clinical finish. And that's what Farke's looking for in this side. He wants someone to set the standard of what a clinical finisher is, right? That's what he said many times in press conference. We don't have anyone that's been clinical. Piroe is that guy. Farke needs that, I think. Joseph, again, scored a hat-trick for the Spain under-21s. Very impressive. Watched the game, was very good for the most part. Played many ways in which you'd expect Joseph to play. The goals were tap-ins. 2 of them deflected right into his path. But let's be honest, he's in the position, so that's fine. Luck or no luck, he's there, he scores the goals. It's 3 goals, and he's got a hat-trick in the first half, which is a joke. Now, but who starts? For me, based on form, in terms of goal scoring, I think Farke would look to Joe Piroe. Again, with little training, you haven't had much prep. So for me, that shows he's going to stick with similarity in the previous game. And I think that's what he'll do. Could be wrong. If I'm wrong, fine, whatever. I don't think it's right or wrong. It's just trying to think logically from what the manager might think, and my opinion. I just think based on the fact that he has got that clinical side of him, and this might be a game where, in a team in Sheffield United who do not give up a lot of chances at all, by the way, really good record defensively like ourselves, that one chance again, taking that one chance, not being wasteful, might be clinical, might be key. Joe Piroe is that guy, we cannot deny that. He doesn't bring some of the things Matteo brings, of course he doesn't. But we know what he does bring. That might be what we need. Coupled with the fact that we've not had time to prepare, do some opposition analysis or team analysis necessarily on the training pitch, this might be a situation where Farke will want to just keep a similar side who know each other more than changing and creating different problems to have. So I think the back four will be exactly the same. I think the midfield too, even if Tanaka is jet lagged, will play because it's about building that connection, and we don't have any other option in there. That's the problem, right? We don't have any other option. There's no combination because these two are both out. So that will be the same. He did more on Aronson about whether he'll play or not, but again, he was asked the question, so he answered it. I think he will, though. I think he'll start, and he might bring him off earlier because he'll want that familiar style with not having a week preparation where you can have a full week training. Stick with what worked last, I guess. And that will be Aronson in there. And the same wingers, Nanto again, Ramazani has been there for a full week, so he'll be good. Joe Piroe, same. It's better than last international, in the sense that it's before that, they've had more time to work together. Ramazani is now ingrained in the squad. Piroe's now playing, so he'll have had a week, Again, Rothwell's been there longer, now he's starting, so we've got a good team there, but Sheffield United are a good team as well, a very good team. I said this before, but this now is probably the toughest game, just based on the fact that we did lose a lot of injuries. We've not had a lot of preparation. And there will be players coming back jet-lagged. 14-hour flight, I think Tanaka had. Anyone that's been on a long flight, it's not ideal. Preparation is absolutely key in any way, shape or form in football. It's the most important thing, preparation. And as a manager, as a coach, trust me, when you want that to be perfect. You have a vision of how you want to prepare for a game. If you can't do that, you get annoyed and it frustrates you. And I don't see any problem at all with a manager explaining that. This is a football issue. No one's saying this is a problem in other work areas. This is a problem. Like I said, the manager wants to work with the best players he's got the most he can, ideally all week to prepare for a game. But when you've got 13 out, of course you're going to be annoyed by it. I don't get how that's an excuse. That's just... Anyone that's worked in that will know. If you haven't, and if you don't think that's an excuse, then I don't know what it is. It's not an excuse to not win. It's just an excuse to complain. It's a reason to complain, because of course you can. Why can't you? I've been at training sessions where you've got 5 players and you've got a game the day after. What do? You can't do much. You just play crosses or games or whatever you can do. There's not much you can do. Especially if 2 of them are defenders and 2 are attackers. Preparation is key. If we had at university, we'd had 2 days training before the game, Monday, Tuesdays. We've got 19 there on Monday and we've got 12, 13 there on Tuesday. We feel a lot better prepared going into the game. And a lot of the reason they're not there is because maybe, 1, it's early and they can't be bothered, or 2, they have lectures so they're not available. The fact that they're not available is the frustrating thing. That's the annoyance. You're like, well, I need them available. As a coach, I want the best tools, the best chance to win this game. I need my players available. That's just a fact of the situation. And when they're not available, Obviously, in any workplace, when you don't have the right tools or available to you at the right times for as much as possible, it's annoying. So he has a right to complain about it. So I'm not having that. We will win the game. Daniel Farke will believe we will win the game. That's not changed. He will have done a lot of work with the analysis guys to give videos to these players that are away. But then it's down to the players to watch the videos and take in the information. That's the great thing about analysis is you can provide all this information to these players. If they're not at training, you can watch this video. Watch this video. Yeah, this is what you'll do. This is a video we've made for you. Here you go. Here's your role in the game. Here's who you'll mark. Here's your positional stuff. This is where you'll be. This is how we attack. This is how we defend. Da 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 da. But then you've got to expect the player to take that in. And that's the importance of the training side of it. You do the analysis, and then in training, you replicate what you need to see in the game from the analysis. But we ain't got the training part of it for some of the players. So it's about them taking the information in that's been given to them on the international break and back and really helping the manager. Now, the players need to step up in these games because there's not the much manager can do. Players need to step up in their role. That's the key part of it. So yeah, it's not a reason to not win a game, but it's a reason to be annoyed as a coach because you are a coach and you want to coach your players. I've said this many times, but whatever. But yeah. That's my take on it. If you don't agree, whatever, not bother me. Like I said, from my personal experience, been in that situation and it's ultra frustrating. You still believe in yourself, you still believe in your players, you just don't feel as prepared. And that's the way it is. Don't care about the opposition. I'm not them. They're not me. They're not going to keep me or lose me a job. I don't know their situation. I don't care about their situation. As a job, in the role you're in, care about your team and yourself. And that's what the players need to do. They need to help the manager out. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, good team, more than capable enough to win, and even without the training. Of course they are, because they're a good side with good professionals in there. Will we win? I don't know. I don't do predictions on this. I don't like to do them. Let's just see. There's a lot of options in there, especially in that 9 role, the interesting role there. Who will play, who will start. Maybe that 10 role as well. Let me know what you guys think about it. I'll see you guys in a bit.